Hiya, you're right. This could be a difficult video to make. I think I'll just start at the beginning. Where to begin? As you probably know by now, I've got borderline personality disorder, which is apparently down to some trauma. Now, when I was younger, actually, not when I was younger, it's happened a lot. I got bullied a lot. If I go for primary school, there was a particular group of people. No point in naming and shaming. What's the point? Not going to gain anything. There was a lot of verbal abuse, a lot of hurling comments about my looks, about the fact that wasn't that well off in the family, but they weren't very well off, comfortable, but not very well off. That showed. Didn't have latest stuff and gadgets, I just didn't. We didn't have all that. So we got bullied for that by a particular group, and it really started through very early on. In fact, the earliest thing I can remember was being at preschool, actually. And I got bit in the eye. I can't remember if it bruised or anything, but I remember it very clearly. I got bit on my eye. Then when we moved school, I had things, obviously the verbal. It wasn't just that, there was things like had books thrust into my throat. There was the pretty obvious things like hitting, kicking, being circled around and taunted by everybody. I did have a group of friends. I'm still friends with a lot of them today. The problem was, if they didn't bully me, they got bullied themselves by the same group who were bullying me. I could understand really why they had to take part. I didn't like being bullied. The problem was at primary school, I got isolated from playtimes and I had to sit on the naughty bench. There was a bench outside Headmaster's office. It was dubbed the naughty bench because I was being isolated, and I had to sit so that I was kept an eye on for safety, I suppose. I don't quite know. The bullying got worse because I was on this naughty bench. I think I was still pretty young when I didn't eat at school because basically I felt sick. I had knots in my stomach every day. Every day I kicked up in the morning for my mum. Every day I made it difficult for her to take me to school. She had to drag me. She had to leave me with a teacher who's holding my hand really tight. I'm screaming for my mum and she's just walking away. At the time I couldn't understand why she was making me go to school and deal with it, but I couldn't talk about it. I was still very young. I suppose looking back on it, it probably upset her to leave me there. But she had to. It wasn't very nice. Every day I felt so poorly. I think in the end she got a job as a dinner lady to see me eating. I was always like one of the first ones in, the last one to leave, and not eating anything on the plate. I was fine at home. I could eat at home, but at school I couldn't because I was frightened. Quite simple. I was frightened at school. I didn't get into trouble. I was taught into doing things because if I didn't do them, the bullying got worse. One of the biggest secrets, I suppose, I've got, well, we'll call it secret, but one of the biggest things that I did down to bullying, because I wasn't being left alone at one point. This was more when I was in like perhaps middle upper school. I had to flood the toilets, and I did it. I had about one day without being hurt, without being bullied, because I did that. Then after that it all started again. It wasn't very wise. Nobody actually knew that it was me that did it. I never admitted that. I'm not proud of that, obviously. I'm not proud, but there's probably no excuse when you're young and when you're being threatened. You'll do anything to not have the outcome. You don't want to be hit, you don't want to be bullied, you don't want to be physically attacked. And they always got you in places where nobody will think to look, on your body. If it's on your face, that they won't do things on your face because they'll get caught out. They don't do stuff like that. I remember as well being on a science stool, which were a bit taller, and I was punched in my back 3 times, pulled off this stool, and my leg got sliced open on a massive telly stand, big tellies when you were at school. I hid that from people. Still got a little scar on my leg. I remember going to watch Black Beauty at some sort. I can't remember where I went. So cinema of some sorts. I can't remember where it was. And from start to finish, I was getting kicked in the back through the entire film. Teacher asked me after why I didn't tell her. How can you tell her? How can you tell somebody that you're being hurt when if you tell somebody you're being hurt, it escalates, it gets worse? It did get worse. It wasn't very nice. People just turned on you for no reason. I don't know what the reason was. I don't know what the reason was why they got to me. I wasn't the strongest person. Really wasn't a strong person. I'm still not. The confidence has been knocked so badly. I'm just the target. I found some relief hanging around with one of my friends, Sarah, or known her since I was about 1. We're still really good friends now. Through primary school until she had to leave, I'd be with her and her friend Sam. And then when I got to high school, I'd stay with her as well, just to stay away. High school was a bit better. I had my own group of friends, although the bullying continued. It wasn't as bad. There was a lot of rumours going around that I wasn't eating because I was just skinny, I was so pale. I was just naturally skinny and pale anyway in high school. Changed now, obviously. But I did eat at school. God, I love the hot trolley food. Oh, amazing. All burgers. And I got monitored for eating because no one believed I'd ate. Even though my best friend at the time was like, yeah, she's eating. I was. It was just primary school I couldn't eat. High school, because I did have a group of friends who were old enough to stand up to some bullies. One bully didn't go to our high school, the ring leader, so that made some relief. However, I was still threatened into doing stuff. Like, stealing, or I'll say stealing, wasn't really stealing from shops or anything like that. It was just like trying to steal 10s, 20p's out of my mum's purse. Sorry, Mum. She never knew that. I never told her that because I'm ashamed of it, because I should have been strong enough to say no, but I wasn't strong. I'm not strong. I'm not a strong person. I'm still not. I'm probably one of the weakest persons you'll ever meet. I don't know whether that's confidence or it's just who I am, or it's been damaged too much. I don't know. I'm just not. I do as I'm told. Or just protect myself in that way. Obviously now I don't go around stealing, that was just in high school a couple of times, and the bullying did wear off eventually. It was when I was 13, no one knows this either, it was when I was 13 that I first cut myself, and nobody knows that. That was the only time I ever did that, in high school. But I also used to put my arms in the door and slam the door shut on my arms to bruise them, to batter and bruise them. And I used to hit my wrist, no, my hand, hit my hand on the walls until they were extremely red and raw, or knuckles bleeding again. Nobody knows about that. Sorry, Mum, if you're watching. That was when, I suppose, when depression started, probably when I was about 13. Maybe earlier, I don't know. Years of torment. You get to not like yourself, you get to absolutely hate yourself. A lot of times I still do hate myself. live in a lot of regret. You do get to not like yourself at all. I don't like myself. Still don't. Keep trying to make myself, but sometimes I don't. Never did. Because you're told too many times what you are like, and you believe it. You do believe it. College was different. There were different people. I made a lot of friends in college, which was great. I loved college. I ended up making a good best friend there, and a couple of people I still talk to now. They didn't judge me. They didn't bully me. They saw no problem with me, and it took a long time to get to trust them. And they were a great bunch. They really were. I strived better in college. I got better grades. I got my diploma, and like, oh, woohoo. I got to know a lot of people who I know today. However, it was when I was age 16 that the self-harming became habitual. And it was when I was age 16 that I was first diagnosed with depression. So when I was 16, I was a patient at the local hospital, and put on antidepressants. So it was that age that I started getting treated for depression. Although as years went on, it became clear that antidepressants didn't work for depression. I tried several and they didn't work. Self-harming became some sort of an outlet. It comes in cycles, it comes and goes. I'll do it a lot and I won't do it so much. I'll do it a lot and won't do it so much. And it's a survival tool. I don't do it for release. I do it just to snap my mind out of my mind state, just to make me think, oh, hold on, stop with those negative thoughts. And it keeps you alive. A lot of people just don't understand that you do it to keep alive. It's not an attention thing, I kept self-harming secret since I was 13. I probably am the most secretive person. My mum says I'm secretive. Mum, you're probably right, I am quite secretive, but it's because I don't like attention and I don't like the attention. I don't do things for attention. I'm doing this video just to highlight where it all began. I always hide the fact if I do anything like that. Always will. Because it's not anyone's sort of business. People walk down the street and they look at you. It's not their business. It's just a need to know. Some people are cruel and call you attention seeker. They just, you got people out there who do it for attention and have it all on show. Well, hey, look what I did. Most of the time, people do it just to survive. That is the only reason they do it. It's just to survive or get some sort of release from it. There's different types of self-harming, burning. I've never burnt myself. I scalded myself, but never. I got cigarettes on me. Oh no, no, never done that. I am more of a cutter. That is what I tend to do. The time I've caused harm to myself, which again nobody knows about. I was living on my own. I overdosed. Nobody knows about that. That was though when I was living on my own and working full time. That was a really dark place. Really, 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 really dark. Really dark. Just being alone. Didn't take up drinking as such. It was literally on Friday and Saturday nights, buy a bottle of vodka and just drink it to myself, as you do. It wasn't every day, it wasn't an alcoholic, it was just on the long weekends at night. It's the night time is just so much worse. Night times you get the psychosis more, night times the depression hits in, night times you feel the negativity, at night you're alone. You're alone, and there's nobody there to help you. There's nobody there you can ask. There probably are people who can help, but then how do you say to somebody that, help me? You don't want to say it to family or friends because you don't want to hurt them. I never want to hurt anybody. I hope I never do hurt anybody. I might hurt a few people with this video because someone's just coming out and there's things people didn't know, like overdose. They might get upset by it. This is a positive thing. I did have friends there who looked after me. And I'm still friends with these people today, and they're always there. So I wasn't alone, but crowded room feels so alone. You do. I still get dark depressions, and it's not very nice. It's not very nice to feel that low, that there's nowhere you can turn to, that you can't get back up. How can you get out from underground when you're buried so deep underneath everything? You get that hopeless feeling. You get that feeling that you can't get out, and there's nothing there. There's no light there. There's nothing there that you can grab onto. There's no will in you. Almost you lose your will. You lose who you are. You are frightened that it will never end. It goes on for a long time. You're scared it'll never end. You're scared that negativity is going to eat you up. You're scared that one day it's going to beat you. That one day you're not going to be strong enough to get through it. When it comes in cycles like that, you do live in fear. You live in fear. You live in fear that it's not going to stop. It does stop, of course it stops, but when you're there, you can't see it. You can't see it. You can't see your way out of your mind telling you that you are a certain person, that you are a certain way, that people don't need you, that people don't love you. All these negative thoughts, they're not true, but they stick to your head. And you just sink, you just fall lower. Depression is the worst part of my illness. It's the worst part. It's the hardest thing to come out of. And those dark days are so long. The nights are so long. They do stop eventually, but and then I get angry and resentful at other people around me, friends, family, and think, like, why is it me that has to be in this state? Why is it me that has to have an illness that's so debilitating? Why is it me that has to suffer like this? And I feel selfish just saying that sometimes and thinking that. I do, I think everybody asks why. Why is it me? Why is it me that's having to be stuck? Why is it me that now for the rest of my life this is going to come and go? That for the rest of my life I'm going to be up and down. That the rest of my life I'm going to have these fears and thoughts and just come all the time. Why can't it be someone else? You just ask yourself, why can't it be those bloody bullies who have it instead of me? I don't think I did anything wrong. I don't think that I'm a bad person. I just don't understand it. My biggest fear is that I'm going to pass it on to my son. Oh, God. I just hope he doesn't ever get depressed. Oh, God. That's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is that my baby is going to be ruined by me. It's all started from bullying, apparently. I don't know where it started.
Really guessing. So now I spend my life drugged to the eyeballs just to keep okay. Keep smiling, eh? I knew this one was going to be a hard video. I know that some people are going to be upset by this video. I apologise if I upset you. I don't want to hurt anybody. This is just to raise awareness. This is just to get it out. This is just to let other people know who are feeling this way that they're not alone. They aren't alone. And it will end. And I'm hoping in this video someone can relate to it. And if they ever message me and say, you know, can I talk to you? Yes, that's fine. Feel free. I understand it. Sometimes people who haven't been through it don't understand, and that's not a bad thing. It's just a hard thing to understand. I'm hoping maybe some good will come out of this video. I don't know. I'm just basically going to talk about all aspects of this illness, and depression is one aspect of it. It's one side of it. It's the darkest side. Sorry for getting upset. I apologise. I'm going to go, so I think I need tissue, but yeah, the hardest video yet. Alright, love you all.